Rajesh here. I have been working in Usha Martin for last 1 year as CIO for this organization. So before that, I was with Imami and Pro Technologies, IBM, and Tata T and all that. So total experience of around 22 years. I joined Usha Martin during the pandemic only, and there was a cultural shift that was happening all across the organization, and even in my organization also. So we people were started to working in home. So the demand for the type of infrastructure that is required to connect from working from home was huge at that time. To fulfill that demand, there are a lot of changes in the backend that needs to be done. That has been done, and also with that, the security part is one of the biggest area where we need to foresee to keep the customers delighted with the user experience is concerned. There are a lot of adoption has happened in certain areas in collaborative platforms, like there was adoption of Teams, Zooms, and a lot of other products which are there in the market, and which was not very much in use before the pandemic. In my organization, we have already working on hybrid model, okay, and we have on-prem applications as well as applications hosted in Azure. So we are planning to have a DR setups. We'll have AD setups on-prem AD extended to Azure, and we are also planning maybe 1 year down the line to move our on-prem setup to some other cloud. So there could be a multi-cloud kind of scenario in our environment, and we'll have a single console to manage it. So that's the way we are looking at it. And primarily applications that we are using currently is Office 365, which is on Azure, obviously, and SAP applications. So we are a SAP shop here, actually. So big SAP landscape here. So this is what are the two major applications. Apart from that, there are applications that's going to come in once we actually invest more on automations and other stuff. Proper planning is always required in any kind of activity or any kind of project that you do. If you have planned properly, the organization who has planned properly, invested at the correct time in IT in terms of infrastructure, remote access, they have got a lot of benefits during the pandemic. Since we are working in a manufacturing organization where our customers are internal customers, as well as my stakeholders are like my the vendors and all that. So how do we actually make this entire ecosystem seamless across the entire organization is what's challenging during this pandemic situation. So whoever has planned properly and and optimized their resources properly, invested in a correct way, in a correct frame of work, mind, those organization has sustained in this kind of pandemic situation. So it is absolutely necessary for these three factors. Cloud adoption is one of the areas my organization is going to look at. And then obviously from analytics standpoint, although we have implemented certain things, so those needs to be enhanced to get more details remotely, because probably this kind of situation or this kind of pandemic culture will sustain for next 2 to 3 years. Okay, even if things have becomes a bit normal, or what you call a new normal nowadays, right? But again, this will continue. Maybe the remote working will continue for a certain period of time, which I can foresee. So these two areas are going to happen, obviously. And also, along with this, obviously, the security part. When you work remotely, obviously, security is the area that my organization is also going to invest to have a secure access. And apart from that, a lot of other areas that we are looking at in terms of ERP solutions and optimizing the ERP solutions, standardizing the processes, business standpoints, and then automations. Those are the areas that obviously would be the key focus area of this organization going forward for the next couple of years. This organization is primarily they have a good market share in domestic market, and we were trying to get grip of market outside India. At this point of time, we would be going for a digital way of to capture the market. Obviously, digital marketing would be one of the focus areas that's going to happen. The footprints from US and UK and other places. If we want to increase the footprints of Usha Martin, obviously, the remote way of working, that is called digital marketing, that is the area that we are going to focus on. We have started with the website, first started with the website, and then yes, with that we are going to build a platform for the entire digital space, and then roll it out. Maybe it will happen within next 6 to 7 months or so. The customer demand is basically easily accessibility of the applications and resources, right? With this in a secure manner. There are multiple ways to do it. You can go for a hybrid cloud, or private cloud or public cloud, depending upon the posture that you're going to put in. Okay. But if you put in hybrid cloud, there is an advantage. Reason is you will be able to control the entire ecosystem from a single console, and also security would be one of the area that can be addressed. And also we can bring BIOD and all stuff. So the customer centric approach can be tackled easily using hybrid cloud, and also it will have a good ROI also. My advice is to look at these models where your ecosystem can best fit in as per your organization's need, and the customer centric approach can be evaluated using these hybrid technologies.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.